Oh, that's alright. Nothing wrong with it. Freeze! You're busted, buddy. I'm a cat. Oh, what?
Free Shaman is finally getting the respect that it deserves, both in Wild and in Standard. And today, if you guys have been waiting for Free Shaman to finally be good, I'm going to show you guys how you can potentially hit Rank 1 Legend with the same deck piloted by Norwis. Before we begin this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to Norwis, however you pronounce it, for just being such a consistent player. And I just want to personally give him, some good vibes because he almost made GM this season. So if you guys are not sure who this player is, feel free to give him a follow on Twitter. I have all of his links down below. He also is a consistent streamer in case you guys want to see some high legend gameplay. But this deck list is from him, and it is very similar to what Elemental Shaman used to be back in the day. But now we have Snowfall, Guardian, and Brilliant Macaw. Brilliant Macaw was already in like the last version of this deck because the mini set, but the Snowfall Guardian into Brilliant Macaw value is unreal. It is so freaking good. There have been a lot of times where I was able to fill up my opponent's board completely, freeze up their board so that way they have no way of dealing with the gigantic Snowfall Guardian from hand. And as you can tell, it just happens to steamroll, snowball over some games. So this card is very, very good. I would give this card a 4 out of 4. And the most recent expansion. The other new cards that we have that are from the new expansion are some of the new freeze cards. But there's only 2 new cards in this list. Well, essentially 4 if you count the doubles. But that is the Snowfall Guardian and the Sleep Breaker. The Sleep Breaker does a great job of essentially filling in the gap of the lack of card draw that you happen to have with this deck. And in inclusion with like Primal Dungeoneer, you have a lot of ways of being able to cycle for very specific, very powerful cards. You could go for like, your nature spells and your elementals that can hopefully deal damage. But just being able to have that card draw is very, very important. One other thing that I gotta point out is that the Bolner Hammerbeak is literally like your Octobot in this deck. It's very similar to how this deck used to high roll in the previous expansion, but now when you now Cult Neophyte is just so powerful since there are a lot of spell heavy decks in this meta unless they're playing Trog, so that by itself is very, very powerful. But you also have just so many insane synergies with your Granite Forgeborn. Like there's gonna be tons of games coming up ahead where you're gonna see that Bolner is very, very OP, and I would actually suggest that if you're on the fence of playing this deck and you don't have the Bolner, I would say go ahead and craft that Bolner. He's a very, very good card, very consistent, and it forces your opponent to have to clear him if you play him on turn 2. And if you're not playing him on turn 2, you can play him in combination with your other Battlecry cards. So your Killing Elemental will reduce your elementals by 2. Cult Neophyte obviously is insane to make your opponent's spells cost 2 more. Getting 2 Wind Chills, absolutely insane. Even being able to freeze the board again with the Snowfall Guardian to give the Bolner stats is something that a lot of people don't think about, and I literally had a game where I could have won the game almost outright if I did do this. This deck has a lot of ways of generating a massive tempo out of nowhere and then stopping your opponent's tempo because of the freeze cards, and then you just use Doomhammer, win cons in order to just seal off the games that need those quick burst damage. So just this deck feels very consistent. I had a very good win rate with this. I think I was 7-1, 8-1 with the amount of games that I played. I might be a little bit wrong on those stats, but it really just felt like this deck could win every single game that I went up against. LTK wasn't a problem because I killed them before they could do anything. Just tell you right now, Doomhammer combo is really, really good. I beat Paladins very consistently. I was able to remove Hunter's tempo, so that way their buff cards didn't just steamroll the game. And honestly, I'm not even scared of Trog in this deck because look at how many spells that I have. I have 1, 2, maybe 2 more out of the Sleep Breaker, and plus the Storm Strikes. Yeah, there's just not that many spells in this deck. So you really don't care about, the dreaded Tunnel Trog that I keep hearing everybody says that needs to get nerfed. This deck is just way too powerful, and I don't know about that yet. Maybe Trog is really good in Paladin, but this deck can beat those Trog decks. So if you're looking for someone to bully on some of these aggro decks that you're fighting, this is the way to do it. Just to give you an update about how I'm going to be doing mulligans in the future once the data becomes available to me, I am going to start using HS replay statistics in order to show you guys what is the best mulligan. But until the archetypes solidify and the data is there, unfortunately this deck is not available in their statistics. But I can tell you what I believe the good keeps are. You always want to keep your 1-drops. Obviously you want to keep your Wailing Vember and your Kindling Elemental. But you also want to keep your Bolner. I would always, always, always keep this card because the high roll potential is just too good. If you can slap this on turn 2, as I was saying earlier, the card is absolutely nutty. You keep your Cage Match Custodian in order to find your Doomhammers. I would only keep Cult Neophyte if you're thinking that you're going up against like a spell heavy deck like an Anaconda Druid or a Mage. Really, really useful card in order to deny tempo. And even against Hunters, also very good to play this on turn 2. So I would keep Cult Neophyte in some situations, not all of them. The last card that I would for sure always keep is Sleep Breaker. I think that this card is just insanely consistent for being able to freeze a giant minion that you really don't want to have to deal with. Hopefully it's not a Trog, but Sleep Breaker seems like a pretty good card to help you get with some card draw. And usually, I don't know if this is correct, but I usually keep Primal Dungeoneer. Keeping 3 drops is very risky with this deck, so I wouldn't personally recommend it unless you're trying to do some kind of like epic high roll turn, or just you need card draws quickly because you're fighting a slow deck. But I don't know. I wouldn't keep Primal Dungeoneer usually, but he is an okay card if you're in a slow matchup. And then the last card that I would recommend keeping is actually Granite Forgeborn, but only if you have Kindling Elemental on coin. Because if you play Killing Elemental, you can play this card on turn 2, which is an absolute high roll. All your elementals cost 1 less. So that would be the mulligan, just in a simple explanation. Just try to keep your cards that actively do something in the early stages of the game while saving your reactive cards for later. So maybe keeping Sleepbreaker and Primal Dungeoneer isn't the best thing to do, but the rest of the cards, definitely good cards to keep. And you're going to start winning games because, you know, tempo is key with this deck. It's all about tempo, 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 and being able to spam out as many battle cries that deny your opponent's plays as much as possible. So hopefully this guys will help you to kind of understand the power of these cards. And if you ever have any questions about the mulligan, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'd be happy to answer your questions. But I hope you guys enjoy this take on Elemental Freeze Shaman. It's not exactly the most flashy of freeze decks. I know there's a lot of decks that run Battleground Battlemaster and massive ways of being able to slow down your opponent. But I haven't tried that list yet because I don't have all the dust for it. I don't have Brakan, and I don't have the Fluffy Bear Frost Shaman Elemental, unfortunately. So I can't really play this deck yet until I get more dust, so I'm kind of just playing the decks that I have readily available. Feel free to suggest any deck codes down below in the comments, and I will definitely give it a look to see if I can play it. But this deck is very, very consistent, and the games coming up, I can hopefully show you guys just how powerful this deck seems to get. Like, I didn't have a lot of games where it felt like I was lacking card draw, where it felt like I didn't have an option. Every single one of the games that I've played with this deck felt winnable at some point until my opponent eventually, you know, summoned a board or gained enough life to where my Doomhammer wasn't enough damage, or yada yada yada. Point is, this deck is very good. Should you craft it if you're on the fence of being able to craft one of these legendaries, I would highly recommend it. Norwis, again, a very renowned, prestigious player that I would highly recommend suggesting his decks to anybody, and that's why this video is being made. So one more shout out to him. His links are down below in the description. Make sure to check him out because he's a hell of a competitive player. And don't forget, guys, if you do enjoy this kind of content, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel in order to be notified about any other future uploads that we have to come out with. The deck code is down below, and again, Norwis's links are down below because I really want you guys to check him out. He's a hell of a competitive player. Our Patreon is also down below as well in case you guys want to check out some extra perks and bonuses. And as always, if you want to catch these clips live, we stream at twitch.tv/ClarkHellScream. I hope you guys enjoy popping off with the Bolner. And no, I'm not talking about the legendary. And we'll see you for the next video. Gonna get all the good cards. These aren't exactly what I want. I want the elementals like I had last game. Yeah, just like these. Perfect. If I top deck the Kindling Elemental, I think it's just GG. Yo, Alex, thank you so much for that follow, man. Good to have you here. Hope you're having fun this expansion. I definitely am having some fun. Okay, I got Sleet and... Whoa, what? Zoo Paladin? Okay. I'm game. I'm game. I'm down for some shenanigans. How about you? I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. Because now I can Granite and then Granite play these for free. If I top deck Stormer, I might have to play it. Nah, the Forger is just infinitely better. Ooh, especially now that it gets value on this. Okay. I don't know what he's trying to set up with these eggs, but he needs to buff this card pretty soon. What do you got? Like, I mean, you gotta have like a hand of $1, something to give this thing attack. Righteous Protector, sure. Iron Deep Trog, sure. I don't have any spells in my hand, so... Well, I guess I will once I play Sleepbreaker, but... Wait a minute. Is that better to play? If I play the macaw, I can still... Actually, I think I see a better move. If I freeze the board instead... Okay, I see how I can actually win this. Okay, so we're actually gonna make him copies. You heard me right. We're gonna make him copies. Because now next turn, I can play another wind chill, and then just freeze the board, and then I can freeze it again if need be. So literally, he's gonna have all these buff minions, but I don't even care. I'm surprised he didn't give it to the Trog, but I guess he wanted to clear. Okay, so I don't even care about any of his cards. Nice. And then I could do it again with Brilliant Macaw. Free Shaman legitimate, bro. Let's go. Let's go. This deck is not going to have any way of stopping this. He can make as big as minions as he wants. He can make as big of a minion as he wants, but it's not going to stop this. This is the ultimate scam to Paladin decks. Got him. And you want to know something else I can do? I can do this. I guess I technically misplayed because I could have made this bigger. But now he only has one. Actually, no, he can't play any cards. GG, you're locked out. Completely frozen. Completely frozen. Well played. Can't even play Barov. You can't even go for a Barov clear anymore. GG, bro. This is another reason why we're not going to nerf Trog. There are ways to abuse it. I just abused it. Carriel would have been playable. It wouldn't have won the game. Well, actually, maybe it could have done something. I always keep Boner. Always keep the Boner. We gotta try and tempo him out on turn 2. And maybe, like, Cult Neophyte turns will really screw over this Warlock. Yeah, if you want to drop a deck code, I would prefer a deck code so I don't have to go to any links. But if you have a deck code for me, I'd be happy to look at it. I hate this meta so much. Help me change my mindset. What do you not like about it? I can try to help you out once I know what you don't enjoy about the meta. Because I feel like there's a lot of ways that you can look at it negatively. But at the same time, if you're just playing the same deck and it's not working, I would, try to expand, oh, whoa. Try to expand your options a little bit. Because sometimes it's not, it's not that you're not having fun. It's that you just haven't found the deck that you're going to really enjoy yet. And we're in the third day of the meta. So there's still a lot of time to find something. Alright, so let's take a look here. Deck code snagged. Rod has been equipped, so I'm thoroughly depressed. Let's see, Macaw. Well, I guess I just played the Bolner. The last battle cry I played. I think I'm actually going to play this into the Cult Neophyte. One Cult Neophyte should be good enough to stop him. It still allows him to play Backfire. But then I get like these insane next couple turns. Okay. Now the Macaw will double up, and it should just win. If I play the Cage Match Custodian, it should work with the Macaw, which means that this would draw the weapon twice. So I wouldn't get any value out of it. So I should just play Macaw and nothing else. Avast, matey. Now I can play Macaw into this. Dude, like, none of his cards are going to be playable. None of his cards are playable. This is, like, actually bullying. Alright, let's take a look here. Ooh, Wind Fury. Wind Fury. This is already pretty spicy, dude. You also run Battleground Battlemaster. Looks like we're all in on, like, the Snow Guardian and the Frost synergies. I don't think I should touch these minions. All right, dude, figure it out. You're a warlock. You're discounting your hand. You should be able to easily take over the board, right? All you need is a Moarg clear. Figure it out. Maybe this would have been better if I would have played the Snowfall Guardian. Because that actually, wait, no. Maybe that actually, oh my god, that was the play. That was the play because then I would have had two big, oh my god, oh dude. Oh, I just threw. I might have just thrown with that. I mean, I have Doomhammer to try and pick up the misplay here. Oh my god, but dude, that was actually huge that I missed that. I could have just easily won this turn. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I still have Storm Strike. I still have Rock Biter. I have lots of damage that I can deal. Every single deck is so intensely dice rolly. I feel like it's just like skill is meaningless. I would say that. Okay, so what do you want to play? I guess is my biggest question. Are you a combo guy? Are you an aggro guy? Do you like control? I dropped from 100 to 400 the last 2 days, and it feels like every single deck is Cheese Paladin. We draw the Broken Legendary, or did we lose? Wait, Broken Legendary? Oh, you talking about the hero card? If you're losing a lot to Paladin, I feel like Warlock maybe won't be like the best thing for you to try. But I feel like it'd be a good start. Okay, we gotta kill both minions. Like, this deck actually might be up your alley if you're looking for something that just doesn't care about the Trogs or anything like that. There's no way that he can pop off the combo here, right? Let's see. He needs at least 5 owls. Yeah, he's not going to have enough damage now. He needs to heal for 9. That's a pretty tall order after you've played a Moarg and both of your drain souls. Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't count him out yet. I could actually hit a nature spell off of the Dungeoneer. So this actually might work out, even if he does heal for ridiculous amounts. I enjoy all sorts of decks, but to be honest, everything in the meta is just so dependent on specific card. I mean, isn't that literally every single deck, though? Every deck has, like, the cards that, you know, make it insanely powerful. Like, for example, with, like, Warlock, if you were to say that it's very dependent on, like, on a specific card, like, yeah, there's, like, the rod that gives it the high roll. Oh, wow, we're 4-1 with it. Yeah, we were just, like, on a win streak. We were just rolling, dude. Rolling on the river. Not keeping a 1-drop feels awkward. But utility might be pretty useful since I'm on the play. Just really hope he doesn't have, like, coin 1/1. Okay, double 2. Feels a little bad. Coin 2. Okay, that's fine. Cult Neophyte really isn't going to be that good. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and play it. Because, like, the biggest thing about this card would have been stopping the coin play. Oh, wow. Gavel? Is Gavel really worth it? I don't know. What are the decks that are running Gavel right now? And are they correct? Because I saw Gavel decks that were pretty common on day 1. But I don't know, dude. Whenever I see decks that run Gavel, I'm like, first of all, why are we not running Doomhammer? Second of all, why are we not running Whack-A-Knoll? Third of all, why do we want to run Gavel? Yeah, I know it's like some kind of elemental, but is there like a specific list that's been floating around that runs Gavel instead? For the cheap battle cries? How important are the cheap battle cries though? Like, you just have a 4-drop that helps you so much more with that. Like, I don't know. I would rather have damage with my weapon. If I lose this game though, then maybe I can sit back and analyze what went wrong. But I don't know. The double Forgeborn seems really insane. Well, yeah, I know they have battle cries, but is it better than Doomhammer? Is it better than the amount of damage that Doomhammer gets? Because getting to turn 7 is pretty easy. So as long as you deal 20 damage by then, yeah, it's just GG. It's not that hard for Elemental Shaman, but I don't know. I feel like the Gavel just has less going for it. I don't know. Maybe cheating mana is better than I'm giving it credit for. It just saves 2 mana, then it's a free weapon, then cheat mana. I guess, you know, phrasing it as a free mana, or as a free weapon, actually does make a lot of sense. Because it does pay for itself. As we're about to see. Well, I mean, this would be the time for some kind of, you know, swing turn, but I'm still gonna have a bigger swing. Didn't even trade, did he? Okay, he did trade. I could actually play Doomhammer, and then next turn do this and still play all of my elementals. I don't want to play into them. So this actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it doesn't make my wailing vapor that much stronger, but I still get this insane high roll, and I get to reduce my opponent's tempo. So this is just better. So, oh my god, really? That's so bad. That was actually like not good at all. Play another card so I can at least get a clean trade. Really? Okay. I think I'm just gonna freeze it instead. Because now I can just do this, hit face. He knows the other Doomhammer's in hand. But I've got all the damage in the world now. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about, dude. You see how much the game shifts the moment that Doomhammer hits the field? Like, Gavel didn't help him. Yeah, I don't know what that last play was. What else could be in hand? I don't know. I just feel like he's just playing the worst deck. Alright, he freezes the board again. Oh, no. Wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's low-key fine, though. It's fine. Wait. Battleground Battlemaster could literally kill me. Is there any way that I can play around that?
For my glory.
I don't think I can play around it. Damn, I'm 1 mana away from like being able to do this. I'm gonna have to just make the middle ground play. Oh my god, if he has Battleground Battlemaster, I'm gonna be super upset. Because even if I trade into this, I'm still dead. Please don't Battleground Battlemaster me. Please no. Please don't do me dirty like this. The double Macaw freeze is very powerful, but come on, man. I had all the tempo. Okay. Okay, so we're fine. Wait. Oh. Okay, he was actually 2 damage off lethal. Whew! Okay, alright, so... I understand now why, I understand now why he's running the gavel. He's running, the Yashiraj OTK. So, that's actually kind of goofy. Now that makes sense. I would rather run gavel in his deck than in mine, but yeah. At least it makes sense now. This Shaman deck feels very good, though. Alright, time for some more boner high rolls. Gotta love me some boner, right? Yeah, you're supposed to giggle at that, by the way. Thank you. Thank you for giggling at that. Do I coin this out? No, because I literally just have this into coin 4. Boner can just get high rolled, so we're just gonna go ahead and just protect him. Protect the boner. You gotta use your boner well. Yeah, see? There might have been a way for him to have cleared. You gotta use your boner with responsibility, you know? You can't just go around plopping your boner on the field and expecting it to pay off, you know? You gotta be responsible with your boner use. Yeah, this is a pretty disgusting version, I'm not gonna lie. I could play Arid Stormer. Instructor Fireheart? Nah. The boner high rolls aren't here anymore. I guess I could have coined this out and things could have paid off. But if I would have played this, I wouldn't have been able to play this on turn 3. So I think I did the right thing. It's just unfortunate that he's clearing my board. Wait, both Ignites played. That's actually kind of bad. That means that his cycle is very weak. His cycle is very weak, and I might be able to use this. I mean, I guess we just have to tempo boner, because if we play this next turn, we get a huge boner now with Wind Fury. All right, come on. Do not kill the boner. Don't kill my boner, bro. That's so rude. You're gonna rock my vibe down. Oh no. The boner is still on the field. Okay. All right. Hold on a minute. We have a chance. The boner is still on the field, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta clear the air. Oh wait, why did I do that? Ah, whatever. Whatever. Fine. He's still gonna be buffered. It's actually a big deal that oh, that would have been a 4-4. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Whatever. He'll come back next turn. Please don't play AoE again. Oh my god. I could have made that a 4-4. It would have made so much more sense. You could have pinged it anyway. It's fine. Okay, whatever. I guess I should do this first. I'll wait for next turn for the Cult Neophyte. Charge Call is not that good. I guess I have to go with a Glaciate because maybe I can get a Rush Minion or a... Yeah, I kind of boned myself there. I didn't use my boner well. I got excited and my boner got me sidetracked. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta think ahead. Gotta think twice before you pop the boner. I think I'm gonna stop with the jokes now. Made like so many. Actually we're gonna Cult Neophyte instead. Stop him from being able to do anything here. I really wish that I can knock him out next turn. But if the Cult Neophyte doesn't survive, I don't think it happens. But it looks like it's surviving. All right, cool, we got it. Neat. Mozaki ain't getting me this time. My single loss with this deck so far has been against Mozaki. But the boner did persevere. Always trust your boner, guys, okay?